are going to provide you with some tools and information for compliance, how to keep your business compliant and be successful in doing so. So without further ado, I would like to introduce my colleague, Lorenia Sosa.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I love our FBOs. It's always fun to be around you guys every opportunity that I have. I have gone to many events throughout the 16 years that I've been with Forever. So I might know some of you. You might know me from someplace. And it's always a joy to be with you guys, FBOs. That's the reason we are here, right? I used to be supporting the sales for India and some of the countries in Asia and the Middle East. So now that I moved into the legal and compliance department, I'm not as involved in the sales per se, but I'm still touching base with a lot of you. And more important, I feel like what I'm doing now, it's going to help you guys to grow your business, and not only to grow your business, but to do it the right way. So compliance, legal and compliance sometimes might sound a little scary. You might feel like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with these people. But in reality, we are here to help you. We are here because we care about Forever and because we want Forever to be forever. That's just the way I say it. We want forever. So how can we keep forever? Well, complying, doing things the right way, basically. I think we all know, since we were little, we were all taught certain rules and regulations. When you were in school, you're not supposed to talk, raise your hands. So those were kind of the rules, that we grew up with in school. So basically now and forever, it's kind of the same thing, right, Tanya? We have our rules and we have to follow them, but they don't have to be scary rules. We are doing this because we definitely want you guys to know what are we supposed to do. So this is exciting for me to share what the legal and compliance is doing right now and what we can do to help you. We are here because of you. I would not have a job if it wouldn't be because of you. So thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your business and allowing us to come into right now into this time and show you what we're talking about. So the company policy, if you've seen it, is pretty long. There's so many, like 50 some pages, I believe. I can't remember exactly. Today, we're only going to concentrate in two parts of the company policy. So not too bad, which are right now probably the ones that we are looking into and that we want you guys to be aware of why we're doing this and how you can help us comply with those two parts of the company policy. But the first thing that we're going to do here, Tanya, I'm trying to change the next, oh, there we go. Okay. Everybody can see, okay, I hope so. So let's start with a simple term. What's compliance? Because compliance can be different things depending on the part of the world where you are or the type of industry that you are in, right? So for us, compliance means that a company, in this case, Forever, obeys the applicable rules and laws. This includes both country-specific laws and requirements from the regulatory authorities as well as internal directives. In other words, we have to obey rules, right? And some rules are imposed by the government in the country where we are, in this case, the United States. And some policies are what Forever has set in place for our FBOs, in this case, you. So let's move on a little bit on this, and we're going to look at what regulatory authorities we as a company in the US had to follow. So the first one, we have the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Some of you might be very familiar with them. That FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, of course, they had to regulate our food and drugs and things like that. And then we also have other agencies that are not necessarily government agencies, but they also are looking into businesses and the industry of direct selling, a company like us, basically like Forever Living. And that's the Truth in Advertising, the Direct Selling Self-Regulatory Council, and the Direct Selling Association. So these are agencies and government agencies that are focusing in the type of business that we are doing, Forever is doing, and you as an FBO. So these agencies will come against companies like Forever for 4 different reasons: for fraud, deception, false advertising, and unfair business practices. So currently, in particular, the FTC here in the United States is focusing in 4 things. The number one is income and earning claims. So I think we can understand what income and earning claims is, right? Then products and health claims and COVID-19 claims, even though I don't know about you guys, but COVID seems like a thing of the past, but they still monitoring for that, right? And last, trademarks and branding claims. So today we are going to concentrate mostly on income and product claims. We want to talk a little bit more about that and how that affects you as an FBO and how you can help Forever to stay compliant by following the company policy that talks about income and product claims. So how, where do agencies look for this kind of claims? So how is the FTC is gonna know that someone is making a product claim, let's say about Forever Emu Blend? How are they gonna know this? Well, they go to social media, which is very popular nowadays to use social media to promote products and businesses and things like that, such as Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, Threads, websites, you name it. There might be a few in here that I'm not aware of, but basically the FTC looks at those channels, and when they see an advertising or a medical claim or an income claim in any of these platforms, it's a red flag for them. So they start by going into those places. Now, how do Forever monitor those things? So Forever has a monitoring tool that we use that is basically people looking in all the social media platforms. And let's say if an FBO in, I don't know, let's say in Canada, post a medical claim or an income claim on his or her Facebook page, that is going to be flagged into this monitoring system that Forever uses. So it was going to be reported to us as an incident, basically. So they're going to tell us, hey, this person posted on this day. They're going to show us a picture of the claim the person is making on social media, and they will report it to us. So what do we do with that as Forever in the legal and compliance department? What do we do with that? We research who is the person that it has posted this income or medical claim. We try to pinpoint if it's an FBO. If it's an FBO, we search for his ID, an email address, whatever information we need to gather about the person that posted that. And then we send a letter from the compliance department. Now, if you happen to be one of those lucky ones that got a letter from our compliance department, it might look a little scary at first, but do not feel that way. You know, we're here to help you guys. We just had to do things according to the law. We had to follow certain guidelines. So we send a letter asking the person to please remove the post or to change the post. If the post, it's okay, but they just need to remove certain words. We want them to do it. So we give you guidelines, we give you guidance, we tell you what to do, or just remove the post and everybody is happy. And you had helped us with that. So let me remind you that when you became an FBO, you signed agreement with Forever, right? And what is the responsibility of an FBO when it comes to following our policies? So as a condition of being an authorized Forever business owner, you agree to operate your business in accordance with your FBO agreement and the company policies. So if it's been a long time since you signed up as an FBO, I would suggest for you to find that agreement and read it. See what things maybe you might have missed. And I don't know, I mean, for me, when I'm at the doctor's office or someplace, where they give you a long list of things and you're in a hurry, you want to sign up, to be quite honest, most of us don't read every single word, right? But if you have the time to go back and read through it and just get an idea, like, what is my responsibility as an FBO to help Forever to be compliant? Because Forever is here for you, right? If there's no Forever, well, you will not be able to have a successful business. So it's almost like a give and take. We help you and you help us, basically. So I recommend that you do that. In case you're not familiar how it looks like, this is an application form for the US for an FBO. And somewhere here in the middle, that's where I took the verbiage that I just read to you. So you as an FBO signed up and you are telling us, I will follow the rules, I will follow the company policy. So thank you for doing that. So where do you find the company policy? I hope that most of you know where to find the company policy, but it's so easy. And I will tell you just in case you don't remember where to find it. So if you go to our website, foreverliving.com, right here says company policy and procedure. And if you click in there, you will be able to see the entire policy from top to bottom. I don't know, some of you might be experts in the company policy and maybe you can teach it to us. I don't know. After being with Forever for 16 years, to be quite honest, I don't know at all, so every time it's almost like we had to go back and read it again and ask questions if we have to. And that's what the legal and compliance department is here for. And also your North America support team is here. They're wonderful, they're great. And I'm sure they can answer all the questions that you need. Always ask. When in doubt, always ask. So I mentioned to you earlier that we are going to talk about two sections of the Forever policy that we want you to keep in mind as an FBO. This is because related to the FTC that I mentioned earlier. The FTC, for some reason, loves to focus on direct sales companies like Forever. I don't know. There might be some direct selling companies up there that might not doing things the right way, but here Forever want to do things the right way. And that's what we're doing this training and, teaching you how to become compliant. So let's take a look, see if you can tell me if you ever read this company policy. So these two income claims and medical claims are in section 16NO. This is the easiest way to remember. And this is how I remember it. I always said, sweet 16, no. So sweet 16, no. It's basically section 16NO. So what does section 16N tell us? In N, we find that making product claims. We love our products. I know if you're selling Forever, it's because you love Forever. I'm a big fan of Forever. Since I started working here 16 years ago, I don't put anything else on my face except Forever. All my products, my wash and my moisturizer and everything is Forever. So, and if we're here, it's because we love Forever. So we know that our products are the best up there. There's no doubt about that. However, we have to be careful with what we say about our products, right? And this is what this section in the company policy is going to tell us. So an FBO may not make any representation explicitly or by implication that Forever products can prevent, diagnose, treat, or cure any disease or medical condition. Okay, make sure you got that. Forever products that are intended to be digested into the body, like ImmuBlend, are regulated through the world as food items. So supplements, they're not drugs, they're not medicines, they're just food products, basically. So the Forever products that are intended to be used on our skin, in our body, like the Aloe Moisturizing Lotion, which is one of my favorite products, those are registered in the world as cosmetics. So Forever does not produce or distribute any products that are to be considered or described as medicine, treatment, or cure. this is so easy. And like I mentioned to you throughout my years here in Forever, I used to sit, my desk was right before you go into Rex's office. So I used to hear a lot of stories from FBOs talking about the products. And I remember hearing from some of the FBOs here in the US, oh yeah, my husband, and he's diabetic and he started drinking the aloe. And I mean, you hear all kinds of stories, right? And we get excited about it. And maybe years ago, it was okay. It was okay to talk about this, but was always against company policy. So now we had to be careful in how we promote our products. Later on in our presentation, we'll give you some ideas, because sometimes we can say, well, you're telling me that I can't say this, but what can I say? And trust me, there's a lot of good ways to promote our products without breaking our company policies, without making the FTC upset, without making the government, the US government agencies coming against Forever and telling us, hey, you know what? You're doing this wrong. Sorry, but you're going out of business. Absolutely, we don't want that, right? So I'm going to show you next a few of the social media posts that we have come across here at the home office in the compliance department. Now, we have in our compliance department right now, we have about 6 people working on incidents, what I mentioned to you about this monitoring tool that we use. So every day we are receiving notifications, incidents, what we call notifications of posts from all over the world, not just the US, but all over the world, Africa, Asia, Europe, you name it, from all over the world. So I'm going to share with you a few ones that we have come, and I want you to look and pay attention and look for the red flags on this post. Because at first you might think, well, there's nothing wrong with it. But when you start looking at certain words and the implication that is saying about the picture in there and the words that you see next to the Forever products, that's when we need to pay attention and say, oh, you know what? This doesn't look good, especially this one. So here's a good one. This came from South Africa, I believe. And right here, right away, it says COVID-19 combo, kind of implying that if you take the Immublend, the aloe vera gel, and the absorbency, wham, you're not going to get COVID-19. I don't know about you guys, but I already had COVID twice. So we know our products help. You know, I take Immublend every day, but we can't just assume or make somebody think that by taking Immublend, aloe vera gel, and absorbency, they're not going to get COVID, or they're going to, you know, be immune to every virus up there. So these are the kind of medical claims that we always looking for, and reaching out to the FBOs to tell them, hey, I'm sorry, but this is out of compliance. It's always a good idea to read what's on the product label and what's on our website. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. Here's another one, and this is a very popular post that we see over and over and over. If you happen to know someone that has this post, or maybe you have this post in any of your social media channels, please remove it because eventually this is going to be reported to the compliance department, and we will send you a very nice letter asking you kindly to please remove it. But this is one that we see a lot. And there's a lot of problems with these ones, because look at these words: diabetics, cancer, heart conditions, ulcers. I mean, HIV. This post is really, really bad. There are good ways to say the benefits of aloe vera, and trust me, they are really good ways to say it that are compliance, and that the FTC is not going to come against Forever saying, hey, you know, somebody's saying this about your products. And that's what we don't want, right? And here's another one. This one, you know, also talks about ulcers, cancer, asthma. I mean, this is definitely another one that we don't want to see in any social media channels. If you happen to come across any of them, or from a friend that you know, or a downline or an upline, gently tell them, hey, you know what? I've learned that this is out of compliance. You should take it down. You will help us with that. Also, if you come across something that you don't know how to reach out the person that made the post, send it to us. Send it to compliance@foreverliving.com, and we'll be happy to investigate and send that person a nice letter asking them to please remove it so they can help us to stay compliant with the FTC and the FDA. Now, let's give you an example of product claims that are okay to say. So for product claims, you need to incorporate the language used on our website. It's always best to go to foreverliving.com, use what's on our website. Also, go to the North America sales team. I'm sure they can give you some good material that you can use that is compliant, that has been reviewed by the legal and compliance department here at the home office, that you can share without a doubt, without worrying about, is this okay? Am I going to get in trouble? Am I going to receive a letter? Because that's the last thing we want. We want to help you guys. And I know we are working currently right now, we are working on creating compliance training materials that can help you. So when you have a doubt, you can go and look at the material or make a phone call to us, and we'll be happy to help you. So some claims are permissible statements that describe, this is the key right there, describe the role of a nutrient or dietary ingredient in maintaining the structure or function of the body, and not directed to a medical condition or illness such as asthma, heart disease, stroke, diabetics, cancer, arthritis, all those kinds of things that we see a lot in some of the social media posts. So here are a couple good examples of what you can say about a product. So Forever Absorbing C, you can say that supports the immune system. You can say that contributes to collagen formation for the normal function of the skin, teeth, and bones. So if you notice here, the keywords are supports, contributes, not heals, not, get rid of this sickness or that sickness, but supports and contributes. Now let's look at Forever Calcium. Promotes healthy bone structure and development, helps muscle function. Again, the keywords is promotes and helps. So here are some 4 keywords that you can use when you talk about a product: supports, contributes, promotes, and helps. So those are easy, right? The other thing too is read the labels. Read the labels, as simple as that. Read the labels that we have in the products. Most of the products have a good description of the product in here. For instance, this is garlic, which I take every day, one of my favorite ones, because I don't like to eat the regular garlic. So this is a good way for me to eat my garlic. But if you read the label, says Forever Garlic Thyme, combine 2 powerful herbs used for thousands of years. Garlic helps to maintain, remember the word maintain, cardiovascular health, while thyme has been sought for the antioxidant properties. Put these ancient herbs to work for you in a simple, odorless soft gel. There you go. You don't need to go any farther. If you have a product in front of you, just what's on the product and you will be compliant. Simple as that, right? Obviously, you can always go to our website, find really pretty pictures, even use the wording in there. You don't have to recreate the wheel, as they say, right? There's plenty of material and information that you can use that is at your fingertips, and the company has already made it compliant and available for you guys to use. So let's move on. So now the other section of the company policy of Sweet 16 no is all. So now we talked about the products, product claims. Now we're going to move on to making earning claims. So what can I say about making earning claims? Because we know that some FBOs make pretty good money and some don't make probably very little or no money at all, depends, right? So the company policy specifically says FBOs may not make any false or deceptive representation explicitly or by implication regarding the amount or level of income that a prospective FBO can expect to earn. Such representations include, but are not limited to, representations and or images used to show a dramatically improved, luxurious, or lavish lifestyle. In other words, I'm not going to take a picture with my brand new, I don't know, BMW, whatever, and say that I bought the car with the forever money, right? Because not everybody gets to make it to that level. So we had to be very, very careful when making earning claims. Now, it's true, you are familiar with Ralph Gibb. He's been the #1 FBO for many, many years. And we've seen his checks, right? We've seen the checks that he had made as at the rallies, at the Sherman bonus. And I mean, it is true. We know it's true that he made that check, but it's a typical. Will everyone that comes and worked at Forever and sign up as an FBO will be making that kind of income? The answer is no, right? So if you ever want to make earning claim of some kind, please call us. Please call North America Sales and ask us, how can I make these posts compliance? And we can help you with that, because there's certain disclaimers that we can put in a post that will help us all, help you and help us to be compliant. So, but that's in an essence, this is what our earning claims is about. So we had to be very careful, because not all results are typical. Not every single person that comes and starts selling Forever will make lots and lots of money. So here are some examples of misleading ads when it comes to income claims. Why? Well, first of all, this person is using an eagle that is not even our Forever eagle. That looks more like another brand. So anyway, what's wrong here is several things. But #1 is the fact that this person is almost saying and guaranteeing that if you signed up for this opportunity, you will be making $30,000 to $50,000 a month, which is, most of you know, that is not the case. So this is totally a post out of compliance. Let's look at one more. Now this is a nice picture. One of the words in here that are out of compliance is using the expression financial freedom. Financial freedom can be meaning like you don't have to worry about finances for the rest of your life, right? And most of the people that come and start selling Forever, maybe they make a little bit of extra income, but they're not financial freedom. They're not financially freedom for the rest of their lives. So that's what makes this post out of compliance as well. Here's another one. This one we also see quite a bit, and there's a couple things that are wrong with this post. First of all, it makes it look that Forever is the one hiring, and we are not. As a company, we are not hiring. This person is promoting the opportunity, but in a deceiving way, okay? There are certain things on this post that are okay, but again, we have right here the financial freedom, and then they also mention car bonuses, global tours. Those are not incentives for everyone. Let me put it this way. They are for everyone, but not everyone qualifies. Let me put it that way. Because out of the thousands and thousands of FBOs that we have worldwide, very few get to go to the global rally or the Eagle Manager. Few of them qualify for the car bonuses. It's possible, yes, but you have to work very hard, and you have to disclaim that when you are inviting people to join the business. Not everyone is going to just make it. Sometimes what the FTC have seen a lot in a lot of direct sales companies is that they make it sound so easy. It's like, oh yeah, join us and you start selling this product and you're going to become rich. It's almost like, oh, I'll sit on my couch and I'm just not going to do much. Just click on my computer and send a couple emails and I will making these thousands and thousands of dollars a month. You know it's not right. You know it's not true, right? I'm sure if you're here, you are an FBO that is working the business, you know it's not an easy way, but you love it, you like it, you love our products and you want to promote them, and you are making something out of it. So, but we have to be very, very careful how do we present it to people, especially people that are not familiar with our company. They don't have any idea what it's like or how hard it might be to be selling products, you know, on a daily basis to make it to certain levels or to make it to certain income. So we had to be very careful with that. So here is one income claim that we see a lot. And some of you might be familiar with some of these pictures. For many years, forever, used to hand out these big checks at our events, at our rallies for chairman's bonus. Trust me, it used to be so much fun to do it. Many times in many global rallies, I used to be on the stairs right before getting how do you say, sorry, I forgot the word.
The stage.
Thank you, the stage. So I used to be right there handing out these checks to the FBOs, and it used to be so much fun. I love it, you know, giving the big checks and looking at the excitement of everybody. It was so much fun. Unfortunately, because of the FTC regulations, we had to stop doing that. And some of you already know, if you went to the last rally or the last couple of rallies, actually, you noticed that we didn't have big checks anymore. So with that saying, also, we had to start removing all those posts from any social media. So if you have any of these in your social media, please go and remove them. Save them somewhere where you can enjoy them yourselves. But yeah, they had to be removed from any social media because it's an implication that everybody out there that sign up to be an FBO will get one of these checks. So this goes along with income claims. If you have any questions, any concerns about this, any complaints, because honestly, it's hard. And this is not something that the company decide to do and say, we're not going to do this anymore. No, we had to do it because we had to comply. Again, we love forever, so we want to keep forever. So help us. If you've seen some of these, and if you come across some in your downline, upline, social media channels, please let them know that they should be removed, okay? We will greatly appreciate it very much. Now, here are some tips to help you to stay compliant and to keep us happy, to keep the FTC happy, and everybody's going to be happy. So these are some tips to help you. How can I be compliant in the social media world? Because honestly, that's the way to do it nowadays. We all use social media. We all have our Facebook and, you know, Instagram, whatever you use. And it's fun to do it, right? It's fun to do it. So here we go. These are some tips for you to help you. Present a realistic image of success with forever. Realistic image, okay? You can share your personal journey and experiences with forever, highlighting how the products have possibly impacted your life, but avoid discussing atypical results, such as achieving full-time income, paying off your debts, achieving financial freedom, or affording a luxurious lifestyle. Be genuine and transparent while also remaining compliant with the principles outlined in the company policy. Not everybody's going to be able to pay their debt. Not everybody's going to be able to, you know, go on fancy vacations and things like that. So we had to kind of like remind ourselves of that, you know. Can somebody do it? Yes, but they had to work very hard, and it's not a typical results for everyone. Now, this is a good one that I love. Educate and inform. So provide valuable information about the benefits of the healthy lifestyle. So learn about the products, you know, talk about how great they are to help you achieve a healthy lifestyle. Give them wellness tips and general health and wellness knowledge without making products claim that don't appear in forever materials, okay? So education is the key. Educate yourself and then go and educate your downline, even your upline. You know, when you talk to some people, tell them, hey, you know what, I've learned this from here. I talked to a lot of FBOs here in the US as we were cleaning up some social media out of compliant posts. And almost everyone that I spoke to of the FBOs, they were all saying, you know what, I didn't know this. I didn't know that I was doing wrong by saying this or saying that or posting this. I want to learn about it. So, you know, I'm so happy that you guys have the desire to really learn and to do things the right way. And that's what we're here for. We want to help you with that. So Make sure you educate yourself and then help others too. And be informed as well. So use general language. Use general and non-promotional language when discussing forever. Avoid making claims about products that don't appear in forever materials. That's very simple. When in doubt, go to the website. I even go to the website sometimes when I see a post on our monitoring tool and I see a post and I'm like, okay, is this really out of compliance? I go to our forever website and I look what we said about the product. And that helped me understand even more about, oh, okay, so if they change this word for this word, they can keep the post. Or no, this post is definitely has to come down because it's totally out of compliance. So more tips for you. Promote healthy lifestyle. You as an FBO showcase a healthy and balanced lifestyle by sharing your daily routines, exercise, nutrition, and well-being practices without linking them explicitly to the products, okay? Use disclaimers. So here we go. Include clear and visible disclaimers in your post, stating that typical, I like this word typical, because that's, if you remember typical, you will know, it's like, is this typical? What I'm going to say is a typical, will this happen to a lot of people or is only a handful, you know? So keep the word in mind. Stating that the typical FBO earns amount and providing a link to forever income disclosure statement. So I put a note in here. Please reach out to your North America sales team or compliance for more information about disclaimers. We'll be happy to provide you guys if you show us what you're trying to post and what kind of disclaimer can we use for that. For instance, if you are going to rally in India this year, I mean, what a great opportunity. You are excited about it. You want to share that with others, right? I would. So, and you want to make sure that you put in there that, hey, you know what? I'm going to this, I work hard this year and I made it, you know. What kind of disclaimer can I use for something like that? We'll be happy to help you with that because, you know, you have the right to share your successes, obviously, within the compliance guidelines, of course. So ask us for those disclaimers and we'll be happy to send them your way, okay? Respect privacy. Obtain consent from others before sharing their testimonials, images, or personal information on social media. And remember that any testimonial, images, or personal stories you share on your websites or social media pages, whether your own or someone else's, must be compliant with the principles outlined in the company policy. The other day, I'm going to share with you guys this. The other day, we worked on an incident from someone in the Middle East that posted a testimony of somebody saying how the jelly helps them, you know, with some issues. So we told the person, I said, I'm sorry, you know, this is out of compliance. Please remove the post. And the person, the FBO was not happy with us. I'll be honest. He responded not very happy and says, it's not my post. This is a testimony from somebody that, you know, I share. So I think this part that I just read to you guys says that even though might not be your own story, the fact that you're sharing this on your social media page is your post, is your responsibility. So we did go back to the FBO. He understood the reasoning why we were asking what we were asking, and kindly he removed the post today, as a matter of fact. So we were happy with him. He was happy with us. He understood. But yeah, always remember that is you can't say, well, I didn't say it. My friend said it, but you put it on your Facebook, right? So it becomes your post. So keep that in mind, please. Now, here are some pitfalls. These are things that we had to warn you about. So kind of like, you know, careful with this and don't fall for it. So income claims. Do not make income claims or promises related to forever that are prohibited by the company policy. In other words, don't go tell somebody, hey, I sell the forever products and you're going to make $5,000 a month. You know, we can say that because we can't promise you that you will be making that kind of money. Obviously, you know, maybe some people do it because they work very hard, but we can't use, remember the word typical, okay? Avoid discussing your earnings or implying financial success through forever. Instead, this is what we can do. Instead, reference the potential to make a modest supplemental or extra income. Saying extra income is okay. As well as the non-monetary benefits of Join Forever. What are the non-monetary benefits? Well, you get to know people, you get to, experience things that maybe otherwise you wouldn't experience. So, make it in a fun way. Lifestyle claims. Do not make claims stating or implying that someone can achieve a wealthy lifestyle through forever. We've seen this a lot in our social media with one of the top FBOs with his yacht on the back, and he even put forever on the yacht. And we're like, oh, you can't do that. I'm sorry. We know you have a yacht. We know how you got it, but it's not something that we consider compliant, basically. So if you're using your social media account to promote the forever business, you should not, or you cannot also use the same account to discuss your exotic vacations, large home, luxurious car, or other aspects of extravagant lifestyle, as this will be interpreted to be directly related to your forever business. I know this is a little bit like, how come I can't say that? When in doubt, if you have something you want to post, we'll be happy to go over with you and help you make it compliant so you can share, okay? Product claims. Refrain from making claims about the health benefits or effectiveness of forever that are not expressly included in forever materials or the labels. Make sure you read the labels on the products. You have plenty of information in them. Do not state or imply that the products can treat, cure, or prevent any medical condition. It's so important. To be quite honest, here in the US, we don't see the high number of medical claims as we see in other parts of the world, but still, we need to make sure that whatever you say is under compliance and is well said, basically. A few more here. The overstate results. Do not exaggerate. I don't know about you. If you can tell, I'm a little bit one of those people that gets excited about something and want to tell the whole world. But do not exaggerate or overstate your personal experience or results with the products. Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. Trust me. All I use, as I mentioned to you guys, is the skincare products. I love them, but I can't tell somebody that if they use it, they're not going to get wrinkles like me, right? So I wish. So we need to be honest and realistic while remaining compliant with the principles in the company policy, in the internal company policy, the FBO company policy, basically. So misleading content. Do not use deceptive or misleading content, such as before and after photos that may not accurately represent typical results. Trust me, we've seen this a lot. With a clean 9 pictures, then before and after, literally the person looks like it lost 40 pounds. It's like, really, in 9 days? If that would be the case, I would be really, really thin. So we have to be careful with that because it's not going to happen to everyone. I mean, we know nobody's going to lose 40 pounds in 9 days with clean 9, right? So let's keep that in mind. When in question, go to the website and use the material that is in there. Already approved, and you don't have to worry about it. Non-compliant testimonials. Do not share testimonials that violate compliance guidelines or regulations. Ensure that any testimonials you share follow the rules, okay? I know there's a lot of people out there, FBOs, that say, this helped me with this condition or whatever. You have to be very careful. Number 1, do not post that on social media. Number 2, if you share that one-on-one, keep it to the one-on-one, okay? Non-disclosed relationships. Disclose your affiliation with Forever and your status as an independent FBO when discussing the products. I will say that again. You had to disclaim that you are an independent FBO, Forever Business Owner. You don't work for Forever, you are an independent Forever Business Owner. Same thing when you, if you have a website, that should also be the number 1 thing that you see on the top of our website. independent forever business owner. That's a whole issue as far as internet policies and how do we sell products on internet. That it's a whole different policy section that maybe North America sales team will help us, will invite us again so we can talk about that and how to be compliant when you are creating a website or something like that. On this case, on your social media channels, make sure that you disclose that. Transparency is the key. We don't want to deceive anybody. We don't want to make somebody think that we are something that we are not, right? We don't want to make them think either that we are, or in this case, that you are the Forever Living Products company and not an independent distributor. So in closing, I want you guys to know that Forever, the home office here, is committed to maintaining a compliant business environment and ensuring that employees such as myself and FBOs like you consistently follow our policies and guidelines. Please share this information with your downline or your upline, downline, your friends, anybody that you want to invite to be part of Forever or to sign up as an FBO. How important is for us to comply in those two areas that we talked about, income claims and product claims. We love Forever. I know if you give the aloe to someone that's struggling with certain things and they drink and they might feel better and they might say, oh, wow, yes, I want to sign that as an FBO. But we have to be careful with what we share about the product, right? So it's our job here in the legal and compliance department to help you as an FBO to stay within the guidelines and to help you do your post in social media in a compliance way. And we're doing this because we love Forever. I love Forever. That's the reason why I've been here for so long. I know Tanya loves Forever. And I hope all of you guys love Forever too. And please know that we are here to help you. I know this was a lot of information in such a short time. I can talk a little faster sometimes when I get excited. So I hope you understood something in the message that we're trying to do. Is so important for us right now to make sure that everything we are doing, everything that you are doing out there on the field is compliant, because we're helping you and you're helping us, right? And please remember that the compliance department, legal and compliance, is here to help you. Don't be scared by us. We're not the mean guys in the company. If anything, we are like the keepers, you know, the gatekeepers, you know. We're trying to make sure that nothing bad enters in the beehive, you know. But so please remember that we're here to help you. Feel free to send us emails at compliance@foreverliving.com. We'll be happy to answer your questions. We'll be happy to help you. If you don't have, if you need to know what kind of disclaimer to use or anything like that, we'll be happy. And if you happen to receive one of those emails from the compliance team, don't be alarmed. Just respond to it, and everybody's